Zog is a legendary necromancer in Middle-earth, but how would he fare in the world of Skyrim? Will he be able to adapt and thrive to this new magic? Or will he take the metaphorical arrow to the knee and never end up becoming a necromancer lord? If you guys like the idea of me doing more Skyrim videos, then make sure you like the video and also leave a comment. What do you think Zog should do in Skyrim?
Oh yes, we'll meet again. Swallow!
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Zog finally wakes up in a strange new place.
This is a mistake!
He doesn't quite know how he ended up here.
You can't do this!
Halt!
He watches with utter amusement as the dumb horse thief tries to run away.
Anyone else feel like running?
No, not me. More of a teleporter over here. Zog walks up to the chopping block without hesitation.
It's in the clouds!
But then a massive dragon lands and saves Zog's life. Zog uses the confusion to escape and runs into a nearby keep. There he finds some guards' clothes. Well, this isn't really my style. This isn't really like my black robes, but it's gonna have to do for now. Something feels very strange in this new world for Zog. He seems to have gained control over some weak level destruction and restoration magic. Alright, let's test out these hands. Hello. Fear, Zog. Fear my magic fire hands and my sword. There wasn't a spear available. Yes, well done, idiot human. I can also heal myself. This is definitely gonna come in handy. Zog ventures deeper into the fortress, into a very interesting room that he immediately takes a liking to. He meets a brave, kind new companion known as the Torturer.
Upset at how I've been entertaining their comrades.
Zog immediately senses a deep and profound connection to this man. Since he's unable to command any minions or raise the dead yet, Zog must learn to pick a lock himself. The cage door swings open, revealing a new destruction spell, as well as some robes which he gratefully puts on. They aren't black, but this is a good start.
Where's the way out?
Oh, this is gonna be good. Dual wielding! Fool! You fell at the hand of Zog the Mighty. Oh, you want some too? Come on then! Yes! You're burning! My magic may be limited at this point, but I'm still a master of the blade. Shelob, I have no problem with you. Alright then. I'm going to use your children in my potions. Zog just can't get enough of this newfound power. Zog and his temporary companion finally find a way out of the cave. It opens up into a massive valley filled with trees, and then the cold air and the hunger hits him. Strange that these feelings have only come to the surface now. But Zog can feel it. He can feel the bitter cold. He can feel the rumbling in his belly. But most of all, he can still feel the hunger for power. Sorry, idiot human, but I have to get stronger by any means necessary. But as he falls to the floor, something very strange happens. Zog finds his betrayed victim unable to die. Utterly terrified by this discovery, Zog flees in the opposite direction, where he's naturally drawn to someone's shelter. The warmth of the fireplace is inviting, as well as the belongings inside this chest. What? I wasn't doing anything! Ah! You bastard! Burn! Yes. That feeling again hits Zog like a ton of bricks. What is this new sensation? To satiate this annoying feeling, Zog consumes some meat. But the rabbit's leg causes him food poisoning. He can't stand this. This hunger, this fatigue, this weakness. If he's gonna conquer this world, he needs to grow more powerful. He needs to once again command an army of minions. Zog thinks back to when he read that spell book. On the back of a book it listed a location, one name, Winterhold. Zog didn't have much of a plan, but he knew that traveling there might be the key to him growing in strength. On this long journey, Zog could really take in the sights of this new world. Burn, elk! Burn for Zog! As Zog heads further down the mountain, he comes across a mine entrance, and a poor soul guarding it. With the chance of food, warmth, and maybe more enemies to practice his spells on, he enters the mine. Inside the cave, he spots 2 more unfortunate souls and opens fire. You don't stand a chance against Zog! Zog continues his rampage throughout the mine. You dare sneak up on Zog, bandit! With his bloodlust now satiated, he heads back into the forest, where he soon finds a road that leads him to his first village, Riverwood, where he meets his old traveling companion and his friend, who has seemingly forgiven Zog for his previous digressions. Zog gets invited into this man's home, where he proceeds to ransack the shelves. Once everything edible has been ripped off the interior, Zog makes use of the cooking pot. When Zog was alive and could feel before he became a necromancer, usually he would get one of his minions to make him some food. But thankfully, this whole cooking malarkey seems to come naturally to him. Feeling fatigued, he also makes use of this stupid man's bed. This allows Zog to channel all of his experiences and level up his magic ability. He awakens refreshed, eats some cabbage potato soup, get out of my way, pushes the annoying child out of the way and heads back into the wilds, in search of Winterhold. Zog had been traveling for half a day when he came across a gigantic city, which he decided to completely ignore.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. The Empire's what's keeping the Dominion out of Skyrim. Our headquarters are in Solitude.
Zog hid his rage well. He doesn't join armies, he builds them. He leads them, and then when his mission is done, he returns them to the dust. Further on his trip, that horrible feeling struck him again. It was the cold, bitter winter. If Zog goes too long without being near a campfire or going inside a building, the cold will begin to eat away at him, diminishing his health, and then eventually ending his life. Even burning these wolves isn't enough to heat up Zog's cold bones. After the barbecue's over, he heads deeper into the hills, and he comes across an exquisite creature. At first he thought it was a giant olog, but no, this creature was far too tall and not nearly fat enough. Zog took in this splendor and began to salivate at the idea of someday being able to lead an army of undead giants. Continuing to venture deeper into the frozen woodlands, he comes across what looks to be an abandoned ruin. Although when he investigates, he finds some more weak migrants, which he takes great pleasure in dispatching and increasing his destruction skill. Not being able to find a way into the ruins, he continues on into the woodlands, where he comes across an even greater enemy. A stronger hybrid version of a wolf known as an ice wolf. This much more powerful creature really tests Zog out. It takes all of his strength to finally put the beast down. With the cold starting to take effect, Zog gets very lucky in finding an inn. Thankfully, the air was warm inside and there was a bed available to rent.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
The heart of your firstborn child! Disappointed by his request not being met, Zog settles in for the night. He wakes up well rested and has some delicious potato soup. To get to Winterhold now, all Zog had to do was climb over the treacherous mountain. While scaling the path, he came across 2 random adventurers. They informed him about something called the Companions.
It'll be me.
You look worse than I feel.
Through the wayward pass and down the other side. Zog discovered another companion. This one looked very different to what he was used to seeing. It was like a sort of Caragor that could speak.
Maik loves the people of Skyrim.
Continuing along and coming across a massive icy expanse. This place, it reminds me of Sirgost. Zog ventured forth, taking on several wolves. They proved easy target practice and increased his destruction skill. He could feel the cold beginning to chill his bones and decreasing his health. It was then when he mercifully came across the village. Oh, thank God! Civilization! He spotted what looked to be a great walkway.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. You shall not gain entry.
Zog brushed past this stupid woman. Who exactly does she think she is, talking to the Eternal like that? Doesn't she know the name Zog? God damn it, she's right. The winds picked up and began to drain Zog's health even further. He rushed back down the bridge and past the woman, desperate to find a warm inn. Thankfully, the frozen hearth was open. Upon entering, he was completely frozen. His health had decreased by 50%, and you can visibly see the frost on his robes. The journey was long and hard. He rented a room and slept through the night, allowing him to level up and increase his destruction skill. The next morning, he tried the gate again. This time, the woman at the front was much more receptive to him.
Welcome to the College of Winterhold. I trust you found your journey to Winterhold not entirely unpleasant.
And he had finally made it to the Great Hall. Here he could find the source of the spellbook, but the real reason he came here was to hunt for powerful magic. He entered the main hall, and because of his robes was immediately mistaken for an apprentice mage. He decided to blend in. Getting into the inner circle at this college could lead to him meeting powerful people, and potentially learning powerful new spells. And he was right. The old man taught Zog how to block spells.
Well, I think this is an excellent start.
With the first lesson now complete, Zog was free to roam the grounds, where he came face to face with a very unsavory elf.
Another new apprentice, I see. I assure you that I shall be watching you, all of you, very closely.
Zog naturally hates elves, so given the first chance, he would love to dispatch him. Zog began looking around the college, meeting mages of all different classes, but none of them interested him. He was looking for one power in particular, conjuration. Zog's ultimate goal is to build up an army of the undead. After hours of searching, he finally found exactly who he was looking for. Phineas Gestor.
I care little for idle conversation, but perhaps you need help with conjuration. If you
He had the spell tomes Zog was looking for. Raise Zombie, as well as Conjure Skeleton Minion. Once the transaction was complete, he wasted no time in testing out the spell. Sadly, there was no corpses handy, so he settled for conjuring a minion. A flick of the wrist and a beam of purple energy appeared in front of Zog's face. Once it dissipated, his minion was left before him. A perfect skeletal creature, willing to do Zog's bidding. But he needed a name, a title fit for a champion, a warrior, a protector. Zog deemed this minion Doug. Wow, look at that run. We are gonna have to work on that. Zog then took a moment to reflect and check his skill tree. His conjuration was at a mere 5. This power wouldn't become a true threat until at least level 70. But Zog wouldn't rest until it was all the way up to 100. With newfound motivation, Hog headed back into the cold winter bliss. He was given a quest by one of the higher mages to meet at a certain point on his map. So back into the cold tundra Zog marched, where he came across a very odd sight. A lone wolf. This was the perfect chance to test out his new spell. Out of his palm shot a ball of blue energy, engulfing the wolf's entire being.
Alright, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
What a fool this was, and an ugly fool. At first Zog thought it was an orc, but it was something else. Something much more slimy. This fool initiated combat, which activated Zog's new undead wolf, leaping up at this horrible lizard thing and taking the aggro at least for a second. But the wolf was weak, falling immediately to the fool's strikes. Not falling for the bait, the fool unleashed a flurry of blows, causing Zog to have to down every single health potion he had. Zog equipped his brutalistic mace and swung it at the head of the thief. Zog looted the corpse and found an item of clothing which reminded him of his old friend, the torturer. Interesting, he thought. Another chance to test out my new spell. The blue ball engulfed the now naked fool's body. He arose. Good, so it does work on humanoid creatures. This is a very promising start, Zog thought to himself. Lizard man in tow, Zog arrived at the meeting point where the other apprentices were. He headed on inside, and then he learnt the limitations of his power. As he turned back, he saw the crumbling body of the lizard man. There was a limitation on how long these creatures could stay reanimated. This will not do, Zog thought to himself.
Well, why don't you see if you can assist Onyil gain?
Zog was given the measly task of collecting rings around this tomb. Zog had command over life and death, and now he's been reduced to an errand boy? This will not stand. Zog stayed his hand and controlled his anger, for now. But one of these artifacts stood out to Zog. As he grabbed it in his cold, bony hand, a gate slammed shut.
What in the world was that racket?
Zog summoned Doug for comfort, and then blasted a hole in the wall. In the next room, he was visited by a powerful mage, which Zog immediately tried to attack. This guy didn't want the smoke that Zog was laying down, clearly intimidated by his raw power, and Doug, of course, leading this unknown mage to flee.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then.
As soon as Tolfdir was done telling Zog about his magic tingles, an undead zombie-type monster broke through the wall. But they were no match for the combined might of Doug, Zog's lightning, and I guess Tolfdir boring the ear off them. Deeper into the tomb, they came across more zombies. Zog took this as a chance to test out his melee skills. Impressed by Zog's power, Tolfdir decided to stay back. He would only slow Zog down. Armed with nothing more than his flames and rusty mace, Zog ventured forth. These fools must think I'm a half-wit. Laying traps for Zog? Not even Talion would stoop that low. Zog ventured deep into the tombs, and as he came across this open room with some sort of powerful artifact, Tolfdir showed up trying to steal his glory. And then he noticed it. A powerful draugr, stronger than the rest by an absolute mile. This one charged forth at Zog, with his cursed axe finding its mark. Zog crumbled to the floor, feeling death for the first time since he came to this new world. But then something happened. Zog came back to life. It seems like at least one of his powers has carried over to this new world. Zog engaged the ancient undead Nord again. He kept his distance, lighting him ablaze, while Tolfdir worked on the barrier. But despite Zog's efforts, it was no use. This truly was a worthy adversary. Do something, Tolfdir, for the love of God! Do something, you useless old man! Zog was weak from fighting. He desperately needed health, but all he had left was food.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
But all this did was just tank one more hit from this ancient Nord. And as he bravely fled, he succumbed to the axe's ice. This fight reminded Zog of fighting another, an annoying ranger known as Talion. He'd beaten Zog a few times. After respawning, he channeled all of his rage into one attack. Zog had done it, channeling his pure hatred for Talion into the attack. Tolfdir decides to stick around because he loves the look of the big ball. Zog packs up his things and heads back to Winterhold for a well-deserved sleep. He levels up his magicka. He puts a skill point into restoration. Upon waking up, Zog heads over and speaks to the Archmage. And he is utterly disappointed. This is the leader of the college? Zog could do a much better job, he thinks to himself. The Archmage then leaves his chambers, leaving Zog alone, and he takes it upon himself to use his enchanting table. Disenchanting the very robes off his back, now down to his underwear, he decides to ransack and take everything not nailed down. He finds some nice high-class clothes in the Archmage's wardrobe, and along with his newly enchanted best friend's Torturer's hood, he's ready to hit the town. And by that I mean trek the entire way from Winterhold all the way past Helgen. Because at this point we just can't figure out how survival fast travel works. So Zog would have to brave the cold on this multiple day journey. Zog had grown in power, he was now taking care of ice wolves with ease. What? Who the hell is this guy? Zog is out here literally freezing to death, and this guy is just going for a stroll in his tunic.
I want to be on the right.
After slaying an entire pack of wolves, Zog was feeling pretty strong. As he comes across a lone guard, he wants to test out his newfound strength. Ah!
Bad idea.
You win this round, lady. But I'll be back! Stronger than ever! Zog takes the anger from his humiliating defeat out on more of the local wildlife. With his health now diminished by more than half because of the bitter cold, he luckily stumbles across a cave and decides to head in. But in this cave, Zog would face one of his greatest enemies yet. A disgusting, slimy black insect that immediately spits poison into his eyes. This beast is testing my patience! Ah! This time he summons in the skeletal juggernaut, Doug. Good job, Doug. Zog then ventures deeper in and finds a disgusting elf-like creature. Like the elves and the dwarves had a twisted baby. As well as them being disgusting, they're also quite formidable. With Zog's bones slightly warmed and a few Falmer ears added to his inventory, he heads back out into the frost. And after the first few steps, he is ambushed by another thief.
Alright, hand over your valuables, or I'll go.
Oh, you poor unfortunate soul. Ah, nice hood though. Zog begins to burn his flesh. But he's still very weak from the cold, and the thief has closed the distance. Zog takes out his melee weapons and begins to lay in, but the thief is much more skilled at close combat. Zog respawns and sprints to where the thief was last seen, and in his place there's this random angry orc.
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here?
Milk drinker? He wants a fight and Zog could use the practice. But as it turns out, this orc is actually very, very strong. Zog uses Doug as a diversion and then takes off running. Running bravely, should I say. Bravely running. Bravely fleeing. He runs so far that he comes across a fortress. And when he climbs the tower, he's taken out by a skeleton archer. Whenever Zog gets back up, he starts sprinting past the fortress while hordes of enemy come out to chase him. He summons in Doug to try and take some of the aggro off him. Just who exactly are these mages, and what is this fortress? Zog, still being affected by the cold, begins sprinting down the road, where he runs into another gang of enemies. These ones are apparently called the Seducers, and he has no idea who they are. Eventually, he manages to make it away by using one of Talion's disgusting tactics, sneaking about. He comes across the Seducer's camp. Those bastards! How dare they kill Zog so many times, he thinks to himself. I'll be back. I'll be back for your camp, and I'll be back for that goddamn fortress. You haven't heard the last of Zog! As he heads further down the path, he comes across what seems to be a bit of a wedding convoy.
Wedding at this far-flung end of the Empire, anyway.
I told you.
Get away from me.
Wedding of it.
Don't bother me, peasant.
After speaking to these fancy folk, he decides that it would be great practice to put one of them down and then resurrect them back up. So he summons in his loyal servant dog and begins burning. Once the husband is down, he steals all of his fancy possessions. He then sprints off in search of the wife. Lady! Where'd you go? Your husband's fine. Where'd you go? We need to get you to this wedding. Dog, do you see where she went? Zog, unfortunately, isn't able to find her, and it becomes very clear that he is indeed freezing to death. So much so that even a mere bite from a wolf could take him out instantly. So he keeps his distance and lays fire into them while Doug delivers swift blows. And right on the brink of death, mercifully, he comes across an inn. Oh, thank Morgoroth. Thank Morgoroth. Ah, it's so warm and crispy in here. Oh, oh. As Zog slowly unfreezes and blood flow returns to all parts of his body, he can't help but daydream about becoming a great necromancer sorcerer and slaying all of those idiots that just dared cross him on his travels. Zog rests his weary head after a long day's travel. Zog levels up and puts more points into Magicka. After he wakes up, he eats some apples for breakfast, he gets a bounty from the innkeeper, and then he heads back on the road, where he weirdly enough comes across your mum. Zog had never seen a creature this ugly before. He summoned in his loyal companion, Doug, and they got to work trying to break through the tough hide. Well done, Doug, you bloody legend. Let's go find more wildlife. Hello there, sir. What a lovely mill you've got here.
Strangers are always trouble.
Don't mind me and my friend. Do you have to run like that, Doug, for the love of Sauron? God's sake, Doug. What in the hell is happening here? It's just a bunch of people in the freezing water. Are you okay there, lads? What is going on? Ah, Jesus, that's cold. How are you still kicking?
Take a look.
Zog trains with the weird Norwegian ice bath cat people, and he purchases a very interesting and helpful item, a sorcerer's backpack. Zog puts on the backpack and immediately feels liberated. Just imagine the amount of body parts and skulls he can carry in this thing. Further up a path, we come across a mercenary.
There's been word of... I probably shouldn't tell everyone who asks. This is important business, you know.
After the initial dialogue, she just keeps repeating the same lines. Apparently she's heading into a bit of a fight.
There's been word of some trouble nearby. I'm on my way to investigate.
So like any gentleman necromancer would do, Zog follows her. Eventually, after a few hours, she begins to trek back on a path that she'd already walked down. This angers Zog to no end. Attack him, yes, but don't waste his time. There's plenty of corpses that still need resurrecting around this world. After following and then burning that woman, our brave and handsome hero, Zog, ransacks a shrine of Talos, while also at the same time accepting a blessing from him. He then hops on a nearby cart and rides it all the way to Whiterun. Zog vaguely remembers those idiots back at that village near Helgen, so it's probably about time that he gave it a visit. Zog expected more than just a Rohirrim-style village. But wanting to level up, he headed to the inn and rented a bed. More points into Magicka, of course. In the morning, Zog woke up and walked around the bustling market.
Struggles, our suffering.
Before heading up to Dragon's Reach and speaking to the Jarl. It's probably about time you learn about this dragon attack.
Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Although at this point it probably happened more than a week ago. The Jarl gets up to go and introduce us to his court mage. And in this brief moment, Zog spots his opportunity.
You spoiled baby. I'm going to tell Father you said that.
Ah, yes. One day. One day. After Zog stopped fantasizing, we headed back out on the road. where we came across this tower which was seemingly infested with bandits. The first bandit didn't stand a chance, and soon became an enslaved undead soldier. Once he'd finished running around looking for a weapon, they both headed up the tower to face the bandit chief.
I can take you.
Zog's minion met her on the stairs while he hit her with some firebolts, but she immediately one-shots the minion. Zog retreats, summons Doug, and then runs for his life. The cold has taken effect on his health and he's down to about half. Fighting for his life, he continues to summon in skeleton minion after skeleton minion. But all of this and the fireballs don't seem to have an effect on this utter unit of a bandit chief. Zog very bravely runs for his life. As he turns around, all he sees is an axe burying into his body. After respawning, instead of fighting the bandit chief, a random woman called Rhea appears from behind. She weakens Zog, so he has to drink a fishbowl of cocktails, but this doesn't end up helping him.
Damn, where'd you go?
After he respawns, he decides to explore behind the tower, where he finds the Drift Shade Refuge. Like the tower, it's also infested with bandits, but these ones are nowhere near as strong as the chief. At the entrance to the fort, Zog notices some very peculiar heads on spikes. What kind of cursed activities are going on inside this place? Zog and Doug anxiously search through the fortress until they come across a room full of 2 bandits. Zog takes this as a chance to improve his resurrection skills. Each time a bandit falls, it rises again and fights for him.
Take me?
Oh, that's disappointing. Anyway.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, Doug, look at this.
Time to play the game.
We've got Triple H right here. Rise, Triple H, rise.
Time to play the game.
Over here. Oh my god, Triple H. Triple H, do something. Get him. With your fists of fury. Hit him with the pedigree, Triple H. Go on, you can do this. No, he's gone. With Triple H now down, Zog is left alone to face this orc Silver Hand. He doesn't seem to care at all about them being the same race. Zog bravely runs away, shutting door after door. He summons in Doug and traps the orc in a room with him.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb.
After consuming Queso's entire pantry, Zog is filled with energy. Great strike, Doug. Rise, fellow orc. You truly were a worthy opponent. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey! These bandits test Zog so much he even has to pull out the dagger dual wielding. Zog loves to watch as his minions rise up, awkwardly look for a weapon, and then hurtle their bodies towards the first enemy they see. You think you can face me? And Doug? And my dagger? Not today, lad. I'm a master duelist. Oh! Alright, I'll put the dagger away. This time I've got you. Using my flames. Harnessing deadly destruction Oh! Okay, this time I've got you. This time. Doug! Finish him, Doug! Yes! Yes! Doug, you absolute beauty, we've done it. Thank you, Doug. You're a true friend and a true champion. Zog and his minions go from room to room, clearing out the remaining silver hands. Wake up and do something! Help me! Oh, finally! Until the rooms lead to a snowy cave. Upon entering it, Zog comes across a huge beast. It vaguely resembles a wolf, but much larger and on its hind legs. It seems docile enough, so in his infinite wisdom, he decides to release it. Only for it to become enraged, destroy Zog's minion, and then chase Zog back through the tunnels. After very bravely running back and shutting doors behind him, eventually Zog and Doug are able to wear down this unknown monster. but sadly it resists being resurrected. Zog takes this as a personal insult, and decides he will destroy all beasts that refuse to be resurrected. Hello? Hello? Oh, what is going on in here? Dog, get a load of this! It's like my old torturer friend I told you about. You torture those weird dogs in here? You're pathetic. You're nothing like my torturer friend. These werewolves may have attacked Zog, but they're a great source of human flesh. Zog and Dog go from room to room, destroying bandits and raising his conjuration skill. Oh, are you having dinner? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna trap my minion in here. I'm sure he's doing just fine. Oh my god, minion! How could you do that to my minion, you monster? Eventually they clear the entire fortress and head back out into the blistering cold. But before they leave, there's still some unfinished business up in a tower.
I heard something.
Oh, sorry, Doug. Sorry, Doug. Yes, we've got her. We've got her, Doug. Finish her off. You silly Billy. You never should have messed with the likes of Zog and Doug. After this triumphant victory, Zog finds a very cozy sleeping bag atop the tower and takes this opportunity to level up his magicka and his conjuration skill up to apprentice level, as well as increasing his conjuration dual casting ability and his destruction magic. Zog was slowly becoming a force to be reckoned with. After a long and restful sleep, Zog woke up and began trekking, only to come across a very, very weird-looking Nord.
Are you finished ogling the grotesque? I am one of the afflicted. I'd have been dead from this plague a year ago if not for Periite's protection.
Oh, you disgust me. You're an abomination. You're a servant of the plague god. Oh my god, he's vomiting. He got me, Doug. He got me good. Who the hell is this?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
This this isn't the best time, courier. I'm pretty sure I just got AIDS. You're very alone out here, aren't you, courier? Rise, you disgusting afflicted thing. Rise and destroy this stupid courier. Oh. What? What kind of witchcraft is this? Who's done this? Is this Talion with one of his tricks? Still coughing up mucus, Zog runs straight down the mountain and he comes across an old orc.
If you are not here to grant me a good death, then you can leave.
And he wants nothing more than to die a good death.
We shall see.
I think Zog can definitely help you out here, lad. Look at this, I'm trying out my new double-handed conjuration and my double-handed destruction. Ah! Jesus! Stop! This old orc is actually very strong. Doug! Look at this, double-handed destruction! Double-handed fireball! You've met your match, old orc. Zog and Doug, we grant you a good death. Actually, to be honest, I don't think being burned alive and attacked by a skeleton with an axe is a good death. And of course, he's too strong to bring back. Oh? What the hell is going on over here? Oh, brother Necromancer! I'll help you! These bandits, they're just scared of our raw power. Oh no, he's angry as well. Damn you, don't you recognize your master? Your Necromancer superior? I was helping you, and look, now you've been taken out by a filthy bandit. The shame. Rise, brother. Rise and redeem yourself. Good job, lad. What even is this? Why were you fighting in this random crevasse? Ooh, black mage robes. This is starting to look much more like Zog now. Oh, is this a bandit left over? Who are you?
Are you finished?
Oh god, another afflicted.
I should be grateful you didn't simply attack me.
Dog, watch out for the vomit!
Until next time.
After making the world a better place and ridding it of more of Nurgle's followers, Zog arrives back into Winterhold, where he's greeted by another orc. Apparently orcs aren't as uncommon as we had previously thought, and this one randomly informs him about joining a vampire hunting society.
We're vampire hunters.
After finishing that riveting conversation, Zog heads to the town hall where he turns in the bandit bounty. He then steals the staff of authority for this random guy,
I don't really know anyone at the college.
because Zog just loves the chaos. He then takes a look at his map. The next Mage College quest is quite a ways away. Still, with no horse, this is going to be a hell of a trek. He sets a marker in the map and then starts to head off in that direction. Hello? What? What the hell are you three doing?
It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Won't you share a
Yep,
drink
you
with
lads
me
are
and
clearly
my
insane. You need to be put down. Oh, it seems like my arch nemesis may have heard about me killing those guys. Get her, dog! Get her, dog! Go on, my son! Oh, dog! I hate you. You truly are a wretched woman. Ah! After respawning, Zog is consumed with rage from his humiliating defeat, and he decides to take out his anger on every single bit of wildlife that he comes across. Zog and Doug single-handedly wipe out every single member of PETA by giving them stress-induced heart attacks. Once his rage subsides, they come across a snowy-looking wall. They follow this wall until they find civilization. The guard informs them that the city is called Windhelm. They frantically look for somewhere warm because Zog is on the verge of frost-induced death. Get out of my way! Where's the inn? Where's the inn? Just some sign of life. What is this? No! Where's the inn? I am freezing to death right now. I am extremely cold. I'm gonna lose my fingers. Why are people just standing out here in this freezing cold? This looks like an inn. Please, please, yes. Oh, the warm air. My God, look at me. I am just covered in frost.
This here's Candlehearth Hall.
Zog rents out the guest room and then uses it to recover from his near-death experience. After waking up, he feels a bit peckish, so he cooks up an absolute storm. His belly now full, he decides to fistfight one of the local hooligans. After beating him like an NFL wife, he heads out onto the town. He then comes across what appears to be a bit of a party.
Another girl killed. This is Susan. Served me a drink just a few nights ago.
Although it actually turns out that a young woman has been brutally murdered. Zog pays his respects. And then he resurrects the woman to try and get some answers. Guys, look, she's back. She's back, guys. We can talk to her now. Look, she's right here. Oh God, this person really did a number on you, lady. Not wanting to become the LeBlanc of Skyrim, Zog heads back out on his adventure. But before leaving, he decides to invest some of his bounty hunter gold.
It's for sale if you got the coin.
He purchases his first horse and lovingly gives it the name Bruise. Zog and Bruise ride through the night until they come across a special standing stone, which is being guarded by some of his co-workers. Clearly this standing stone is important. He has his resurrected zombies, but I've got Doug. After defeating these Necromancer wannabes, Zog investigates this standing stone. And he discovers that by activating this stone, it grants him great necromancy powers to resurrect all dead around Zog once per day. Zog decides to test out this newfound power immediately. After getting this new power, Zog heads back out on his adventure. He enjoys some cooked rabbit, but this draws the attention of a much larger creature. Zog has never seen such a ferocious beast before. This is even worse than the werewolf, he thinks to himself. He summons Doug to try and create some distance, but Doug is immediately cut down. He's able to take out one of these beasts, but the second one takes him down. After respawning, Zog very smartly decides to avoid that area. And on his new diverted path, he comes across another Talos shrine, which he plunders again. 100 gold for a blessing? God, religion is a scam. Let's go, Doug. Zog takes the anger of being scammed by religion again out on this random peddler he comes across. He then steals his horse and continues on his journey. The stolen horse helps Zog all the way to the keep, but before entering he comes across more necromancers. This time, rather than summoning zombies, they're summoning these fire demons. After decimating them with Zog's lightning staff, he heads on into the keep, where him and Doug face spiders and ice mages. Oh, Doug, are you alright? Doug, you've got something on your face. Get him, Doug! Get him! Get him, Doug! Your ice has no effect on him. Yes! Now rise! Rise, ice mage, and serve Zog. Oh, leaving traps? You think Zog will fall for this? You fool! You foolish fool! Burn! Now rise, naked man, rise. Oh, who do we have here? Hello? Do you speak? Will any of you speak to Zog? Alright, I think I found it. Come on out. The naked man just awkwardly standing here. Hello, hello, vampire. Oh. Okay. I don't know how Zog feels about vampires. I know he doesn't like werewolves, so... Oh, where's everyone going? Oh! Look at this massive skirmish. Let's go, my vampire followers. Kill for your savior. Zog continues through the keep, killing and resurrecting vampires in each room. He then unlocks a certain cage which seems to house a more special looking vampire. Hello, I just freed you. Oh, you've got a name? Where are you going? Is your back okay? Why are you running like that? Hey, wait up! I'm just gonna resurrect this guy real quick. I feel like you know where you're going. Oh, look at this hero! Oh, he's gone. Oh, I can't bring him back. Who are these people in here? They seem really strong. This might be beyond me. Ah, stop! Oh, get out here! I need your help. Oh, she's burning everything. She's like a goddamn dragon. Stop it, lady! Stop it! Don't make me get... Ah! Okay, let's try this again, man. I'm gonna stick with you this time, lad. Don't worry.
Where are you?
Alright, good job, man. I'll bring her back. Let's get in there. Eat my frost, lady. Oh, this time is the time. This is the one. I can feel it in my bones. Go on, lad, just keep hitting them with your lightning. You've got this, you absolute hero. Why is my necromancer not doing anything? Get in there, lad, you can do it. Oh, he's gone. Doug, get out there, lad. You've even made me resort to my melee weapons, you goddamn bitch. God damn this lady, she is so annoying. Now they're chasing me through the tunnels. Hold them off, Doug! God damn this woman! Ah! Get out of my way, lad! You can't catch what you can't see! Yes, I've made it. I've progressed through this mission completely. Oh my, who the hell are these people? Give me that book. I'm getting the hell out of here. Screw this place. I'll come back. This is not the last time you'll see me. I will return with stronger allies. I actually think I had to get 3 books, not just 1 book. God damn it. Get me the hell out of here. Oh, hey guys. You're still here? You maybe could have helped. That would have been nice. Ah, freedom. Screw that place. Zog left the keep, utterly defeated, and set off to find powerful allies. But what he didn't expect to see upon leaving this fight was giants flinging absolute idiot humans into the stratosphere. Listen, man, I don't think you want this fight. They're gearing up and they're slowly edging towards you. Whoa! I really don't think you want this fight, lad. I'll be honest. I think you better back up. You better keep backing. Oh, they're gone. They're gone. Straight to the moon. My words. Are they gonna come down? I don't think they're coming down. I think they're gone. I think they're currently in orbit. Wow. I'm sorry. I don't want any trouble. I'm gonna get out of here. Imagine if one day I could resurrect them. Zog then set off on his perilous journey back to Windhelm. There was a certain warrior he needed to see. Upon arriving in Windhelm, he headed to the nearest inn.
You're a little Nordwist. Think you can go blade a blade?
You, giant butch lady, fight me. An epic duel broke out between these 2 magnificent warriors inside the inn. The monumental fight was set to go on for a while, until Zog accidentally punched a random bystander, prompting everyone inside the inn to turn on him.
Be careful.
Wait, I know you.
Then something very strange happened. The fight seemingly reset itself and the Unbroken had no memory of what had just transpired. Zog then did something very dirty and backhanded, not at all like his character. He went to the general goods store and bought himself some spiked brawling bracers, as well as some very good looking silver armor. Oh yes, look at me now. Oh, Unbroken, I'm ready for round 2. With Zog's new spiked bracers, he was finally able to do what no one had done before and break the Unbroken.
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me.
You fought well, Ulfgar. You are now in servitude to Zog.
You're someone who can get things done. I like that.
Yes, follow me.
Let's not waste any time.
I need your help right now. Zog, with his shiny new armor and human minions, set off in search of the keep, where Zog had unfinished business. He then mercifully came across his lost horse. This made traveling 10,000 times easier. Soon they were back at the Keep of Humiliation. Alright, Unbroken, let's go. Doug, get out here, we need you. Honey, I'm home and I've got a friend with me. Unbroken, where the hell were you? Alright, this time is gonna be different. Unbroken, Doug, take the fight to them. I'll provide support. Yes, we're doing it. Just me and you, Fire Mage. Stop healing, you coward. Yes. Well done, Unbroken. Zog and the Unbroken then clear the next few rooms. What do we have here? Novice Conjurer? You're pathetic. Oh look, they've summoned a pet. Can you please get in there, Ulfgar, and do your goddamn job? And by that I mean just be a bullet sponge? Together with his new gang of friends, Zog cuts through the remaining conjurers. With everyone now taken care of, they head into the ritual chamber.
So you're the one who barged into my home and laid waste to my projects. How nice to meet you.
You don't scare me. I have the power of friendship at my side. Unbroken, charge! Watch out for her lightning, Doug! Bob and weave! Oh! She teleports! Together, thanks to the power of friendship, Zog, Doug, and the Unbroken defeat this female Emperor Palpatine wannabe. Zog grabs her key, strips her of her robes, and then collects the various books that he was sent to get. All of this for some books? That asshole orc was asking a lot. They set the waypoint for Windhelm. Zog gets back on his trusty steed and they head off, only to come across some sort of a confrontation mere seconds down the road. Hello? Do you need assistance? Oh, what? Get them, my minions! Get them, horse! I was helping the vampires out, you idiots! Ah! Wait! Oh, that was a close one. Good job, Unbroken. Just who the hell were those guys? With that weird meeting out of the way, they head off to Winterhold. Here's your goddamn books. You have any idea what we had to go through to get these bloody stupid books?
Thank you. I suppose.
With that quest finally done, Zog heads into the Archmage's quarters to do some alchemy. He then heads to bed to level up and rest because that journey took a toll on him. Upon waking up, one of his annoying classmates asks him for a favor.
You're all trying to become better, mate. Well, I need someone I can practice a few spells on.
But Zog, being curious about magic, decides to say yes. And then the dumb idiot messes up the spell and turns his vision green.
Oh,
this happens right in time for some very important story missions. We inform Tolfdir about the special book we found. The elf that hates us comes in and tells us that we have a meeting with a very powerful mage. This mage freezes time and talks to us in private. He informs us just how special we are, but obviously we already knew that, considering we are Zog, the great and powerful necromancer. Tolfdir then tells us where to go next to find some answers about what exactly this massive sphere is. We go back to bed to try and fix our green vision. After waking up, we head back to our useless classmate. And this time she turns us into your mother. She then transforms us into your sister. And then back into our beautiful Zog form. After that, we gain her trust and we can actually add her as a follower.
I have a long way to go before I'm ready for the kind of advanced magic I've been attempting.
We decide that having a fellow mage makes much more sense for Zog's character, so we say goodbye to the Unbroken. She may be utterly useless at magic, but at least she makes Zog look better. Together with our new friend, we head underneath the college. We come across some lovely sculptures which really speak to Zog. We find some rooms that Zog's old best friend, the Torturer, would have loved. They come across some sort of ritualistic circle, which I'm sure definitely won't play a big part in Zog's progression in the next video. They then find this creepy glove, which again, clearly Zog would never use anything like this. No. Zog has no interest in cool, creepy things like this. As they fight their way deeper into the college's basement, they come across some sort of glowing energy ball. This big blue light informs Zog that he has to go and get some sort of a MacGuffin from another bloody crypt half a mile away. So he sets his marker to the other side of Skyrim and they head off on their journey. But after traveling for a little bit, they find Zog's arch nemesis. Oh, let's go, lady! This time you're cooked. Get her, Doug! Oh, I have you now! Oh! You win this round, bitch. But I will beat you, eventually. Consumed with anger, Zog heads into a nearby cave, where he finds a gaggle of humans who are seemingly miners. After trying out their barbaric techniques, Zog deems them unworthy to live. After satiating his bloodlust, Zog heads back outside, only to find that his arch nemesis is very, very angry with him. Oh, so you want a rematch? Get her, random miner. Oh, you felt that one, didn't you? This is the time that we beat you. Yes! Even in death, you humiliate me. God damn you. After defeating his nemesis, Zog gets back on his horse and he heads off towards the objective, only to be stopped a mile later by a random wanderer attacking him. Who the hell is this? Lad, what do you think? What the hell? What do you think you're doing, mate? Who the hell are you? Is this because I killed that stupid guard? What are you doing? Dog, get out here. Just look at my gang. Zog's Avengers. You got no chance, lad. What are you doing? You're actually surprisingly strong, old man. But to Zog's Avengers, everyone falls. Let's take a look at what he's got on him. After stripping the old man of all of his worldly possessions, Zog continues on his journey. I'm back! This looks like the kind of fortress Zog would have with his skeleton defenders. Oh! Adept conjurer. Okay, this could be a bit of a challenge. Get him, Doug! You've met your match, lady. Soon this fortress will belong to Zog. Oh, they have their own Doug. Come at me, other Doug. Ah! Oh! Good shot, good shot. Ah! After respawning, Zog tries to take the fort again. But it seems he's just not powerful enough to take out these adept conjurers. But Zog never gives up. He respawns and comes back again and again. He even brings his horse into the fight. Eventually, through sheer tenacity, he's able to make his way through the guards. He enters the fort where he comes across more skeletons and more necromancers. But they prove to be no match for Zog and Doug. After clearing the fort, he heads back on the road, but not for too long, as they soon come across some sort of a camp. Zog gets off his horse and confronts this camp. Doug, let's get to work. God, what's in that cage there? Oh God, Doug, help me! Help me! Round 2, let's go. I also don't know where my dumb follower is. I've just got Doug and Bruise the horse here. Oh God, I'm gonna have to use my trump card ability. Rise, everybody in the area. Ooh. I gotta create some distance. The seducers, oh. There you are! Where the hell did you go? You're absolutely useless. You fool! Zog is the master of the blades as well now. What the hell is she doing? What are you doing back here? Can you stop? Can you help me, please? Can you follow me? Stop being useless. Stop touching the dead bodies. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh, what a punch. Great job, Bruise. Great job. Now, what do we have here? What is this horrible creature in a cage? Can't believe we carried this thing the whole way here, cage and all. Always afraid it's gonna find a way through the bars and eat me in my sleep. What the hell is this little guy? Hello? What is this? This thing is horrible. But he seems kind of friendly and he can carry stuff for me, so you can come along. Can you wear this animal pack or collar? No. That's sad. After getting a new companion, Zog searches the chest of the seducer's camp and finds some very provocative armor. He decides maybe this isn't the best look for him and gives it to his follower. After that, they get back on the road and they head all the way through the wilderness before coming up upon what looks to be a dwarven ruin. Okay, are we ready to go on in? Wow, you do look a lot better in this. I've never noticed just how blood red your eyes are before. Oh, what's going on? Hello? Hello? Is it the bug talking? Oh no, it's this guy. Hello? He did the classic last words and then die immediately. Oh, he won't come back. Well, let's get in there. Heading into the ruins, we found a suspicious number of researcher bodies. We then came across our first enemy, which seemed to be a sort of ancient metal dwarven spider. It was in this fight where Zog discovered that the weird spider thing that we had rescued was absolutely useless. He therefore lovingly named him Talion. The dwarven metal on these things seemed to be pretty immune to Zog's destruction magic, so we had to resort to melee weapons from time to time. It was also at this stage where we just seemingly lost our follower. The useless apprentice mage just didn't seem to ever catch up. I don't actually know where she went. But upon closer inspection, the weird spider thing did have one green ability, but we actually could never really figure out what it was. After defeating more dwarven defenses, we came across a horrible flying bug enemy. Which proved to be a very big challenge for the gang. But eventually, through sheer tenacity, they were able to defeat it. But after defeating this enemy, it only opened the door for an even stronger dwarven defense to be revealed. These little balls of hell would seemingly spawn from the walls with no warning. As well as being resistant to Zog's fire magic, they were also quite resistant to melee damage. They were quick as all hell and didn't really seem to have any stamina. The best tactics seemed to be summoning in Doug and then sneaking behind the spherical monster and unleashing a fury of attacks with dual-wielded magical daggers. Ooh, Zog's looking good. What was that? Oh god, these things are so annoying. Get him, Doug! Kick his spherical ass! Do something, Spider! Doug, I need you, get back out here! God damn it, where's my apprentice? Where is she gone? The goddamn coward! Unnatural technology! I hate you! Can't resurrect it. Made of metal. Disgusting. Heading deeper into the ruins, fighting wave after wave of metal dwarven spiders. Zog came face to face with another spherical monster. This one would really test him. The fight was going okay, it was a bit of a back and forth. Zog then retreated to heal himself. He then made the very silly Skyrim noob mistake of quick saving the game, while being very low on health and also near an enemy. I think you can see where the problem might lie. Every single time, as soon as Zog would respawn, he would be struck down in a moment's notice. Every single time, he wouldn't even get a chance to hit the menu button. Zog was trapped in this never-ending loop, dying, resurrecting himself, forced to live this pattern repeatedly over and over again. With no end in sight, would Zog ever make it out of this death loop? Would he ever go on to truly become a powerful necromancer and take over Skyrim?